Have you ever wondered why some entrepreneurs work 80 hours a week and barely survive while others make millions working just a few hours monthly? The difference isn't luck or talent. It's understanding one critical principle that separates business owners from business operators. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to build a business that generates wealth while you sleep, travels the world, or focuses on what truly matters to you. Most people think building a passive business is impossible. They believe you need to be constantly involved, making every decision, solving every problem. But here's what they don't understand. The most successful entrepreneurs aren't the hardest workers. They're the smartest system builders. And by the end of this video, you'll have the complete blueprint to transform any business idea into a self-running profit machine. Let me start with a story that will change how you think about business forever. In the early 2000s, a young entrepreneur named Tim Ferriss was running a nutritional supplement company. He was working 16 hours daily, answering emails at 3 a.m., and basically living in his office. Sound familiar? Despite all this effort, his business was barely profitable. He was trapped in what I call the founder's prison. Then something clicked. Tim realized he wasn't building a business. He was building himself a job, a very demanding, very stressful job that he couldn't escape from. So he made a radical decision. He decided to systematically remove himself from every aspect of his operations. The result? His income increased while his working hours decreased to just 4 hours per week. This transformation became the foundation for his best-selling book and revolutionized how entrepreneurs think about business building. But Tim wasn't the first to discover this principle. Throughout history, the wealthiest business builders have understood that true wealth comes from creating systems that work without you. Ray Kroc didn't become rich flipping burgers. He became rich by creating a system that could train anyone to flip burgers consistently. The McDonald's franchise model generates billions because it's designed to run without Ray Kroc's daily involvement. So what exactly is a self-running business? It's an enterprise that generates revenue, serves customers, and grows without requiring your constant attention or decision-making. Think of it like a vending machine. Once properly set up and stocked, it serves customers and collects money 24/7 without you standing next to it. The key is understanding the difference between working in your business versus working on your business. When you work in your business, you're performing tasks that directly serve customers. When you work on your business, you're building systems that perform those tasks automatically. The goal is to transition from being the engine to being the architect. Now let's dive into the 5 pillars that make any business self-sufficient. These aren't theoretical concepts. These are proven frameworks used by companies generating millions in passive revenue. Pillar 1 is systematic documentation. Every successful self-running business starts with comprehensive documentation of all processes. This means creating detailed step-by-step guides for every task in your operation, from customer acquisition to product delivery to customer service. Nothing should exist only in your head. Amazon is the perfect example of this principle. Jeff Bezos built Amazon by documenting every process so thoroughly that the company could scale to millions of employees without losing efficiency. Every warehouse operation, every customer interaction, every supplier relationship follows documented procedures that anyone can execute. Pillar 2 is strategic automation. Once your processes are documented, you can identify which tasks can be automated using technology. This includes everything from email marketing sequences to inventory management to customer support chatbots. The goal is to replace human intervention with technological solutions wherever possible. Consider how software companies achieve massive scalability. Once their product is built, serving one customer or 1 million customers requires virtually the same effort. Their revenue scales without proportionally increasing their costs or time investment. Pillar 3 is effective delegation through hiring and training. For tasks that can't be automated, you need skilled team members who can execute without your supervision. This requires creating comprehensive training programs and establishing clear performance metrics. Your team should be able to make decisions and solve problems using your documented systems. The franchise model demonstrates this principle perfectly. Successful franchises like Subway or Starbucks have created training systems so effective that franchisees can operate profitable locations without any prior experience in the industry. Pillar 4 is building scalable revenue streams. Self-running businesses focus on revenue models that can grow without proportionally increasing time investment. This includes subscription services, digital products, licensing deals, and other models where additional revenue doesn't require additional time. Software as a service companies exemplify this approach. Once they acquire a customer, that customer typically pays monthly or annually with minimal ongoing service requirements. This creates predictable, scalable revenue streams. Pillar 5 is creating feedback loops and continuous improvement systems. Self-running businesses include mechanisms for monitoring performance, identifying problems, and implementing improvements without your direct involvement. This ensures the business continues evolving and improving even when you're not actively managing it. Now let's examine a real-world case study. Pat Flynn built Smart Passive Income into a multi-million-dollar business that operates largely without his daily involvement. He started by creating detailed courses and digital products. Then he systematized his content creation process, hired skilled team members, and automated his marketing and sales processes. Today, his business generates substantial revenue through course sales, affiliate commissions, and software subscriptions, while Pat focuses on high-level strategy and new opportunities. His team handles customer service, content production, and day-to-day operations using the systems he created. But here's what most people miss about building passive businesses. It's not actually passive to build. The initial setup requires intense focus and significant upfront investment of time and resources. You're essentially building a machine that will work for you later. Think of it like constructing a building. The construction phase is demanding, but once completed, the building generates rental income for decades. The biggest mistake aspiring passive business builders make is trying to automate everything immediately. This approach typically fails because you can't systematize what you don't understand. You need to perform each task yourself first, document the process, then gradually transition to automation and delegation. Another common mistake is choosing business models that inherently require constant personal involvement. Service businesses where clients expect direct access to the founder are extremely difficult to make passive. Product businesses or information businesses are typically much better suited for passive income generation. The timeline for building a truly passive business usually ranges from 18 months to 3 years, depending on complexity and industry. The first 6 months involve building core systems and processes. The next year focuses on testing, refining, and optimizing these systems. The final phase involves scaling and continuous improvement. Your next step is choosing the right business model for passive income. Digital products, online courses, subscription software, e-commerce with proper systems, and licensing intellectual property are all excellent options. The key is selecting something aligned with your skills and market demand. Start by documenting one process in your current work or business idea. Create a detailed step-by-step guide that someone else could follow to achieve the same results. This exercise will reveal how much knowledge you've been storing in your head instead of in systems. Remember, building a self-running business isn't about being lazy or avoiding work. It's about working strategically to create freedom and scalability. It's about building something bigger than yourself that can positively impact more people while giving you the flexibility to pursue your most important goals. The entrepreneurs who master this approach don't just build businesses, they build legacies. They create systems that continue generating value long after they've moved on to new challenges. And most importantly, they gain the ultimate currency in business: time freedom. Your business should serve your life, not consume it. Start building your self-running business today, and in 2 years, you'll thank yourself for taking this first step toward true entrepreneurial freedom.